rivalry game on deck, and these two fan bases have been going at it early from the tailgate to the end zones, and you gotta think this will be a little contentious. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Indiana Hoosiers offense will get first crack at it today. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
Back to throw, it's Meredith. Good timing on the quick out. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying.
There he goes. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll return it. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. The Wildcats offense has the ball for the first time. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
The Wildcats want to crank the tempo. Looking for a man. It's Amatova. Throws for the tight end. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He gets it away from his own end zone. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The pull and throw off the RPO. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage. And the Hoosiers will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Complete in the middle. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Fires to the big fella. Kentucky right back to the line. Looking downfield, it's Amatova. Grabbed over the middle, it's Hicks. All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
He wants to throw it again. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They'll start this drive at their own 48. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll move the tight end. To the air on second down. Fakes to grab. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Man, the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quick release by the QB. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We reach the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They'll leave it with him. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Touchdown, Indiana! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits them in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Wisconsin has just had no answers today, and I'm not sure you could put J.J. Watt back out there inside Camp Randall and expect a different outcome. They're trailing by 18 to Penn State. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game...
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Kentucky going quickly.
The defense defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Sends it back in motion. To the air, it's Amatova. He's going for the big play. He's got it down the left side. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Buys a little extra time. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air. It's Meredith. Throws to the wideout. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a man in the middle. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. The Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Toss to the outside. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast, you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get in the play immediately.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. To throw, it's Meredith. Tosses it incomplete.
Well, here's an interesting situation after that incompletion for the offense all of a sudden, because you've had success. You've scored 2 touchdowns on your first 2 drives. You've got to be playing with a lot of confidence. Does that carry over and make you feel like going for it here on 4th down? You've got the playmakers. You've made some big plays early in this game. Field position would say you should punt it, but what does the head coach decide to do?
Will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously...
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Great job by the defense that time, getting the sack. But no time to celebrate. You got to line up right now because the offense is going tempo.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's going to take off. Crosses the 40. Got a first down. Brings into the open. They'll finally get him out of bounds at the 21, but not before a huge pickup.
And how nice is it to have an eraser at the quarterback spot? First down, you get sacked, lose a bunch of yards. In a more difficult situation, you call a pass to try to attack the secondary, but he's got the ability to do this. Just pull it down, get all those positive yards back, and then some.
And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing direction, out of his break, able to create separation. There was no question the quarterback was going to target that receiver on that play.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Wildcats line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Amatova. Hauls it in. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 and the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
On this 1st and goal, let's see what Kentucky does. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Now on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'll try to pound their way in. Slam down again, and they tried to just grind out this first down in 2 straight plays. They have been denied. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here.
Banner.
Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Simon. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Hoosiers backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. Quick pass on the fly motion. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
And the quick shuffle pass. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Kentucky right back to the line. Dropping back, it's Amatova. Wide open downfield. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Backed up now, here's second and long. Off-play action. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like the mids, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throw him the football. That's the way to catch it, big fella.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Working that wide receiver screen. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Simon. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. Defense makes the stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The Wildcats didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. How about this on 1st and goal? The give to the wide receiver. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Kentucky! They'll try to get the 2-point conversion here and make it a 3-point game. Looking to throw, it's Amatova. He's got it. Two-point conversion is good, and now they're within a field goal. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. Pulls and fires complete. Turning it on. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Punch it out of the air. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Hoosiers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Give to the running back. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Unloads to the wideout. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
Kentucky, 11.
And he'll just take a knee in this drive. at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Handoff from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that with 2nd and 8 coming up. The Wildcats moving quickly to the line. They'll run play action. Got it behind the line. It's Simon. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Back to pass. It's Amatova. Caught over the middle. It's LaBelle. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The RPO, it's complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? A long way to go. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Doyle. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Hoosiers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to throw. It's Amatova. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Fires to the tight end. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one. He'll keep it himself. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. And the Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. 3rd down, we're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he was able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving, to keep the sticks rolling.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Kentucky going quickly. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a
Got enough space, and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! Lead in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. After that last scoring drive, old Uncle Mo has switched sidelines, and now they'll try to get it back while they're clinging to this lead.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. From the gun, running back on the move. There he goes. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against the defense that knows you're going to do it.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They'll try the run. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Rumbles all the way down to the 6-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and he gives them a first and goal.
What great explosiveness by this running back to break through and almost get to the house, Jesse, but just comes up short.
Well, I'll tell you, he had a lot of...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Indiana!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Out of the end zone. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Dropping back, it's Damatova. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Simon.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll try to get it through the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Snags it! Touchdown, Wildcats! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go-round, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Wisconsin is in trouble right now, and unless something changes, this is the type of day that can crush morale. Not Bucky's finest day at the...
Touchdown, Hoosiers! The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23. I know you want to take what the defense gives you, but at this point, you have to push the ball downfield a little more, David.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Check the football down. That's what they're going to give you, but we need scores. Down multiple scores. Got to push the ball down the field. Take more chances.
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? Looking for a man. It's Amatova. Just a short pass to the tight end. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. This Kentucky offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Red pass is complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to throw it. Here's a heat. He'll pull it down and run. The freshman called his own number and kept his drive moving. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. To the air on first down. Fires to the right. It's complete. What a throw. Not a lot of room. He fits it in beautifully. They've got it at the 30. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hicks. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. from the red zone. He's going to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Simon. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Back to throw, it's Amatova. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Gives it on the option. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. The give to the tailback. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Second down, he'll throw it. That's reeled in, it's Daly. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans.